July 1988. The Tehri Hydro Development Corporation is created to build the world's fifth highest dam and India's largest. This hydropower project will harness the potential of the river Bhagirathi to provide invaluable power and water, spurring India into self-reliance and economic prosperity. The river Ganga has always been a source of life, a harbinger of wealth. Her story is entwined with our past and linked to our present. Legend has it that many million years ago, during King Sagar's reign, famine and flood took thousands of lives. The next 3 generations prayed to the goddess Ganga to descend and resurrect the dead. It was King Bhagirath, known for his piety, who succeeded in persuading the difficult goddess. But, said she,
"When I descend, the earth will shatter. Only Lord Shiva can temper the fury of my fall."
For a whole century, King Bhagirath prayed to Lord Shiva, who finally granted him his wish. And so Mother Ganga descended to earth, her torrential force tamed by Shiva's swirling locks, creating in effect the world's first natural dam. India. Today, 150 million Indians sit in darkness. 40% are below the poverty line. Only 42% of our land is irrigated. 38% lacks a regular water supply. Thousands succumb to flood and famine annually. How then can we hope to feed 1,000 million by the turn of the century? The need is now. The cry is real. Today's call to the Mother Ganga is as strident as it was many centuries ago. Today, only 16% of India's hydro potential is being utilized, a luxury we can ill afford. The Tehri Hydro Development Corporation exemplifies an ideal. High technology liaising with nature to harness a resource as old as the mountains, as old as time. The project will provide 2,400 megawatts of electricity, which is pollution-free, inexpensive, and renewable. The water from the reservoir will irrigate 45,000 hectares of land, thereby doubling the productivity of the Indo-Gangetic Plain. It will also provide 300 cusecs of drinking water to Delhi. The dam is being set up at the confluence of the rivers Bhagirathi and Bhilangana, optimizing the hydro potential of both. Its essential design is in 4 parts. A 260.5-meter high rock-filled dam, an underground powerhouse with an installed capacity of 2,000 megawatts, consisting of a hydropower plant of 1,000 megawatts and a pump storage plant of another 1,000 megawatts with reversible turbine sets that will pump the water back into the reservoir at non-peaking hours, thereby conserving valuable electricity. A 103.5-meter high concrete dam at Koteshwar that lies 22 kilometers downstream of Tehri will generate an additional 400 megawatts. An 800 kilovolt transmission system, the first in India, will be laid from Tehri to Meerut. The reservoir ensures a continuous generation of power at peaking capacity. 4 head race tunnels will channel the water into a large chamber deep into the mountain womb, where lies the powerhouse. Here, the water will gush via vertical pipes into a turbine with overhead generators. The water is caught in the specially designed blades of the turbine. It takes a full circle before pouring into an opening at the center of the revolving turbine. The water will now meet the river Bhagirathi on the other side of the dam. The generators work concurrently to produce power. The earlier schedule envisaged commissioning of the entire complex by 1999. Since the project works were handed over to THDC in June 1989, progress has been rapid. The completion schedule has been advanced by 3 years to 1996. The dedication and commitment of the THDC management has made this possible. The infrastructure and support systems have been set up. Four head race tunnels, 8.5 meters in diameter, are ready. These lead to a 20-meter high chamber which will house the power station. The adit tunnels, which are the main vehicle approach routes to the power stations, are also ready. The river Bhagirathi is being diverted through two right bank diversion tunnels on to the other side of the mountain. At its exit point, dredging of the river bed is in progress. With the river diverted, the construction of an 81-meter high coffer dam is to be completed before the monsoons. It will ultimately be incorporated into the main dam. Grouting or laying the foundation 10 meters under the level of the riverbed has been completed. This is being filled with rocks and boulders to be leveled out by vibrators. This fill material is being excavated from a nearby quarry. A wide valley leading to a narrow gorge makes this an ideal location for the dam. Keeping in mind the rate of sedimentation and siltation, the life of the dam will be at least 100 years.
जब बांध बनता है उसमें पानी एकत्रित होता है, ऊंचाई होती है, उससे सिंचाई सुविधा उपलब्ध कराई जाती है, विद्युत उत्पादन होता है, बांधों से बाढ़ नियंत्रण भी होता है, फिर जो विद्युत उत्पादन होती है उससे रोजगार भी उपलब्ध होते हैं। इसी बांध से करीब मोदी नगर जैसे 140 नगर औद्योगिक नगर बसाए जा सकते हैं, जिससे लगभग 42 लाख नवयुवकों को रोजगार दिया जा सकता है। इसके अलावा यहाँ जलागम क्षेत्र में जो वनीकरण किया जा रहा है उससे भू संरक्षण कार्य में बहुत बड़ी सहायता मिलेगी, पर्यावरण में उन्नति होगी, पर्यटन विभाग और मत्स्य पालन भी इससे बहुत आगे बढ़ेगा।
The benefits of large dams are many, the drawbacks inevitable. The reservoir will cover 42 square kilometers of the Garhwal Valley. It will submerge 5,200 hectares of land, displacing 4,250 families fully and 5,550 partially.
पहले तो सारे लोगों ने विरोध किया कि हमें ठीक से बसाया जाए। जब वहाँ ज़मीन का अलॉटमेंट हो गया, लोग चले गए यहाँ से। तो इसमें हमारे भाई साहब रहते थे बीच वाले, उसमें ऊपर भी रहते थे, इसमें मैं रहता था, इसमें मेरा छोटा भाई रहता था। अब तीनों हम लोग वहाँ चले गए देहरादून पानी वाले के पास।
Rehabilitating rural families requires sensitivity and care so that their lives remain rooted and secure.
ये घर छोड़ने के दुख न हो, इसके लिए हम ये प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि उनको इतनी सुविधा और सुख दिए जाएं और उनको इस तरह से बसाया जाए कि उनको ये दुख जो है वो इस दुख को जल्दी भूल जाएं। इस दुख को हम बिल्कुल तो समाप्त नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन प्रयास हमारे ये हैं कि ये दुख वो उनको महसूस ना हो।
6 sites in and around the Dehradun district have been identified for resettlement. In a phased rehabilitation program, no effort is spared to keep intact the social and economic fabric of their existences. Those resettled have received a minimum compensation of 2 acres each. Landless scheduled castes, tribes and laborers have also been given 2 acres.
गवर्नमेंट ने पूरा पेमेंट कर दिया, जितना जिसका था उतना प्रॉपर्टी दे दिया पैसा।
मगर आपको यहाँ पे क्या आवश्यकता है, यानी कि प्रॉब्लम्स क्या हैं?
प्रॉब्लम हमें ये है सिर्फ मेन चीज़ हमारे पानी नहीं है सिंचाई का। और हमारा यहाँ वहाँ डिग्री कॉलेज था, यहाँ हमारा हाई स्कूल बनी है। अच्छा, दूसरी बात यह है कि हमारे यहाँ वहाँ बस सुविधा थी, यहाँ बस नहीं है। या हमें साइकिलिंग करना पड़ेगा या किसी की लिफ्ट लेनी पड़ेगी तो हम जाएंगे, और फिर डिग्री कॉलेज दूर है।
बाकी और कुछ है?
बाकी तो सब बाकी सब ठीक है, बाकी तो सब वेल है यहाँ, है ना, अपना खा रहे हैं, कमा रहे हैं।
Sundar Singh Negi and his family are among the first settlers at Bhaniawala. They were given 2 acres of land and money to build their homes. Mrs. Negi is building a few shops behind her house to meet the growing demand for consumer durables in Bhaniawala and surrounding villages. Tube wells ensure perennial irrigation and drinking water. Electricity and pakka roads have been provided. The town already boasts a veterinary clinic, a post office, centers for health, community and seed distribution, and a junior high school.
तो यहाँ पे आके कुछ लाभ हुआ है?
यहाँ लाभ ही है, वहाँ से तो लाभ ही है, गाँव से।
कैसे
लाभ ही ऐसे है कि जो खेत में जो वो ज़्यादा ये धान वगैरह हो जाते हैं वो ठीक है, मिल जाता है खाने को, वहाँ से तो बढ़िया यही है।
जितने भी यहाँ हैं वो तो कोई मेरे ख्याल से ऊपर जाने के लिए तो कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, तो जब कोई ऊपर नहीं जाएगा तो डैम बनना चाहिए।
Padam Singh and his family, also first submergent settlers, are among the unfortunate few whose land in Bhaniawala seems to have fallen on a dry riverbed filled with rocks.
सबकी मटकील नहीं है, सब लोगों की पत्थर वाले भी नहीं है, कुछ कुछ ठीक है, कुछ कुछ पत्थर है।
वहाँ पर हमारी खेती अलग अलग टुकड़ों में बंटी हुई थी और वहाँ पर मेहनत बहुत ज़्यादा करनी पड़ती थी। यहाँ पर खेती मकान के पास होने की वजह से हम इसमें सुबह से शाम तक मेहनत कर लेते हैं, जिससे मेहनत करने से पैदावार काफ़ी हो जाती है।
Today, the lush greenery of their land stands testimony to their grit and determination. Bhaniawala, being the first resettlement colony, has a few teething problems. At the dam site, the THDC officials are working to sort these out.
एक तो ये है कि उनको अभी भूमिधरी अधिकार नहीं दिए गए हैं, इसके ऊपर हम बहुत प्रयत्नशील हैं और जल्दी ये भूमिधरी अधिकार मिल जाएंगे उनको। दूसरा, जो सिंचाई सुविधा है उसमें हमने ट्यूबवेल लगाए हैं और ट्यूबवेल में एक आध में कुछ में ख़राबियाँ आई हैं। बिजली भी जैसा कि हमें मालूम है कम मिल पाती है, तो उसकी वजह से कभी कभी हम जो है समय से पानी उपलब्ध नहीं करा पाता है सिंचाई सुविधा। उसके भी लिए हम प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि वहाँ पर एक नहर निकाल दी जाए और जिससे कि ये जो बिजली की जो आँख में चौनी के कारण असुविधा होती है या फसल ख़राब होती है, वो फसल ख़राब ना हो।
Out of the 400 crores that have been spent so far, 100 crores has been spent on rehabilitation alone. Only 10% of the villagers who fall within the submergence area await rehabilitation. Sitting 1.5 kilometers from the dam site, Old Tehri town has yet to move. For its 3,500 families, a new Tehri town at Barori is being designed and developed by the internationally renowned firm of architects DKF. Known for their environmentally sensitive structures, they bring a multidisciplinary approach to the project.
These valleys. So our job as a multidisciplinary team of professionals is to provide or create human settlements which are environmentally sensitive and have the least negative impact, provide a comfortable living environment, and are not expensive to build.
We are going into detailed investigations of the areas which we identify development The green area is the one that we will not build on, whereas the yellow area are the one that where the development will take place.
I think towns can't be sold. The people just have to believe that when they leave their old town and come to a new place, that they are coming to a better environment. See, the old Tehri town has sort of developed naturally over years at the confluence of the two rivers. This town is going to be designed. So there is a difference, and the people have their roots there, so they are apprehensive, that is understandable. But in terms of amenities that are being planned, in terms of, for instance, communication network, the roads, the schools, the educational facilities, water supply, the electricity, all of these are going to be the most modern facilities. So in terms of conveniences and the infrastructure which will be available, both physical and social, the new Tehri town will have far more amenities than they exist in the old town.
In stark contrast with new Tehri town, old Tehri town has grown haphazardly. Poverty, the biggest taint on the environment. In maintaining traditional lifestyles at the cost of development, we run the risk of creating reservations, of freezing time, of curbing progress. This is anathema to a modern society. The townspeople of Old Tehri offer diverse opinions at their proposed upheaval.
तमाम जन समूह के ये विचार हैं कि डैम बढ़ना चाहिए और यहाँ पर एक पहला अवसर मिला है कि जिसमें रोजगार मिल सकता है.
It should be made. डैम बनना चाहिए. Because it's national development.
हम लोग यहाँ से बाहर निकल के शरणार्थी बनना नहीं सकते.
तो ये बांध तो निहायत विनाशकारी और खास तौर से व्यापारी तबके के लिए.
तो इन्होंने वैसे भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का काफ़ी उत्पादन करना है और दूसरी तरफ से जो है एंटरटेनमेंट का भी वो बनेगा, मनोरंजन का स्पॉट बनेगा कि लोग टूरिस्ट आ सकते हैं विदेशों से या कहीं और से भी. वर्ल्ड का सबसे बड़ा डैम बनेगा.
डैम बनना चाहिए.
बिल्कुल बनना चाहिए मैडम. ये तो टेहरी के लिए वैसे भी बढ़िया है. तो
The old must yield to the new, the past to the morrow. Any significant artifacts and historical monuments existing at Old Tehri town will be moved to New Tehri town, where a huge area has been earmarked for a museum.
हमने ये तय किया है कि लगभग 120 करोड़ रुपया खर्च करके इस साल फर्स्ट स्टेज कंपनसेशन को हम 100% पूरा कर देंगे, जिसमें कि शहर जो टेहरी का है उसको पुनर्वासित करना है और साथ साथ जो गांव डूब क्षेत्र में आ रहे हैं उनको पुनर्वासित करना है.
A recurring charge against the dam is that the project will displace 10,000 families. Is there an alternative? Are smaller dams preferable? These run-of-the-river flows require construction of diversion canals that lead the water until there is a natural drop in the site's topography. Here, a power station is set up. Unfortunately, the dam's output depends on the amount of water diverted, which hinges on a good monsoon. Small dams give only electricity, and that too not at peaking capacity. The country would be deprived of the bonuses: irrigation water, drinking water, large-scale employment, tourism benefits, fisheries, and afforestation. There would be no flood control benefits. Rural industrialization would receive a setback. Drought-prone areas of the Indo-Gangetic Plain would remain hopeless.
सबसे जरूरी है कि जो सॉफ्ट वाटर है, जो भगवान की देन है, वर्षा से जो या बर्फ़ गिरने से जो पानी अच्छा मिलता है हमको, उस पानी को किसी भी तरह से वेस्ट नहीं किया जाए. यदि आप उस पानी को, जब पानी बरसता है ज़ोर से कुछ दिनों के अंदर में, उस समय में यदि उस पानी को आप समुद्र में चले जाने दें तो वो खारे पानी में मिल करके वो बेकार का पानी बन जाता है. लेकिन यदि उस पानी को आप रोक लें तो उस पानी का आप इस्तेमाल उस समय कीजिएगा जबकि आपको ज़रूरत हो, चाहे वो पीने के काम में आए, चाहे वो सिंचाई के काम में आए, चाहे वो बिजली पैदा करने के काम में आए, चाहे वो नेविगेशन के काम में आए, चाहे वो फिशरीज के काम में आए. हर तरह से उसी पानी का इस्तेमाल होना है. हिंदुस्तान में जो हाइड्रोलिक रिसोर्सेज हैं उसका लगभग 80% रिसोर्सेज हिमालयाज में है, और अगर टेहरी नहीं बना तो कोई भी इस तरह का डैम प्रोजेक्ट हाथ में नहीं लिया सकता. और अगर डैम प्रोजेक्ट हाथ में नहीं लिया गया तो हिमालय का 80% पानी बिना इस्तेमाल किए हुए समुद्र में चला जाएगा मानसून में। सिर्फ 20% को आप रन ऑफ द रिवर में इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। इससे कोई देश की तरक्की नहीं हो पाएगी।
Every year, during the monsoons, floods unleash their fury in the Indo-Gangetic Plain, killing thousands of people, destroying homes and valuable livestock. Disease and death reign supreme. The dam will prevent these floods. During monsoons, the dead storage level of the water will be allowed to rise to absorb the full volume of the monsoon-fed thunderous river Bhagirathi.
बड़े बांधों की कुछ हानियां भी हो सकती हैं, जैसे कि पानी आप जमा करते हैं तो पानी जमा करने से यदि जियोलॉजिकल कंडीशंस ऐसी हैं कि उनका दबाव बढ़ जाता है तो उससे कभी कभी जिसे हम लोग रिजर्वायर इंड्यूस्ड सिस्मिसिटी कहते हैं वो हो जाती है, लेकिन टेहरी के केस में इसकी संभावना नहीं है।
Reservoir-induced seismicity has not occurred in any major dam on the Himalayan ranges, nor is any reservoir-induced seismicity expected to occur in the case of the Tehri Dam. THDC forged a technical and financial partnership with the USSR in 1986. Builders of the world-famous Nurek Dam, they work closely with us on the technical and safety aspects of dam design. The essential dam design has been endorsed by the Hydro Project Institute in the USSR.
Советские организации приступили к экспертизе проекта плотины водосброса гидрозлатырь, разработанного индийскими инженерами в 1987 году. Если мы добьемся качественного контроля за выполнением строительных работ с учетом вот этих требований, о которых я вам сказал, то я глубоко убежден, что плотина будет надежной и выдержит те сейсмические воздействия, на которые мы планируем ее рассчитать.
When we are talking about Tehri Dam, I compare it with Nurek Dam because all conditions on the main conditions, I mean the geological conditions, topographical conditions, hydrological conditions, seismic conditions, etc., is in the main points same. If in this zone in some time will appear the earthquakes with intensity of 9 points, this dam should not have any damages on surface, inside, in any point of this construction.
A simulated earthquake of 1 point higher than assumed in the dam design has been applied to a dam prototype in the USSR to ensure that the Tehri Dam remains virtually indestructible. Also, a permanent network of 32 seismic observatories have already been set up to monitor microseismic tremors in and around Tehri. At the mountain site, bore drilling machines remove samples from deep under the mountainous surface. The samples are tested for rock formation. Cross-drift tunnels cut deep into the mountain to collect rock samples. In fact, Indian and Russian engineers are deployed within the mountain itself to check rock layering. Further, the dam's seismic design parameters are being monitored by premier national organizations such as the Central Water Commission, the Geological Survey of India, the Central Electricity Authority, the Botanical Survey of India, the National Geophysical Institute, the Indian Meteorological Department, and the Department of Earthquakes, University of Roorkee. Finally, satellites with remote sensing devices will continuously monitor geophysical changes at the dam site.
ये समझा जाता है कि जब कोई हम स्ट्रक्चर बनाते हैं सीस्मिक जोन में तो वो शायद बन ही नहीं सकता। ये बात बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड के कई रीजन ऐसे हैं जैसे कि जापान है या सेंट्रल अमेरिका है या कैलिफोर्निया पार्ट है जो यूएसए का है, यहाँ से भी कहीं ज़्यादा सीवियर सीस्मिक एनवायरनमेंट है, बहुत ही नॉन फॉल्ट सिस्टम्स हैं जहाँ हर 20-30 साल बाद बड़ा अर्थक्वेक आता है, वहाँ भी लोगों ने बांध भी, बड़ी टाल मल्टी स्टोरी बिल्डिंग, ह्यूज इंडस्ट्रियल कम्प्लेक्सेस बनाए हुए हैं। तो इतनी टेक्निक डेवलप हो चुकी है कि बड़े कॉन्फिडेंटली इस बात को कहा जा सकता है कि जहाँ तक एक सेफ स्ट्रक्चर बनाने का ताल्लुक है, उसमें ज़रा भी संदेह नहीं है कि टेढ़ी बांध एक बहुत ही सुरक्षित ढंग से इसका निर्माण किया जाएगा।
Today, our forests stand denuded, outwitted by centuries of overgrazing and using fossil for fuel. Prosperity in a degraded environment is impossible. While human intervention in the natural system is inevitable, THDC views ecology hand in glove with development. Thus, 10% of the project's cost is earmarked for conservation. The District Forest Office, financed by THDC, is involved in a massive afforestation program on the hill slopes of Tehri Garhwal. The mountain inclines are peppered with nurseries. The trees will be under the strict vigilance of the DFO for approximately 5 years to ensure their longevity. Plans are afoot to afforest 36,000 hectares, 24,000 of which have already been brought under forest cover. A 500-meter uninterrupted green belt encircling the reservoir is part of the catchment area treatment plan. A total of 7,511 square kilometers will be treated under this plan. These soil conservation measures also prevent landslides, monsoon floods, soil erosion, and excessive sedimentation. A lush zoological park and botanical garden will be created in this green belt. Here, a variety of birds and animals, including the nearly extinct tree frog, deer, and wild boar, will find space and tranquility to regenerate and grow. We hope that the Tehri Reservoir will form a natural meeting place for aquatic birds and animals.
देश की तरक्की के लिए जरूरी है कि हिमालय का पानी का बूंद बूंद बचाया जाए और उस पानी को इस्तेमाल किया जाए, न केवल उत्तरी हिंदुस्तान में, यदि ज़रूरत पड़े तो उस पानी को दक्षिणी हिंदुस्तान में भी बेचकर हिंदुस्तान को पूरा आबाद और बढ़िया सुखी बनाया जा सकता है।
Let us ask ourselves a crucial question. What if there was no Tehri Dam? Yes, people will not be displaced. Yet, non-construction of the dam means non-generation of power, compelling people to look for alternative, costlier sources of energy. More forests will be denuded for more fuel. The rural population will migrate of its own accord to the already crowded slums of our overcrowded metropolises. Floods and famines will continue to wreak their havoc. Industry and employment in rural and hill areas will receive a setback. Drinking water, surely a birthright, will continue to be in short supply. The productivity of the Indo-Gangetic Plain will stagnate. Where then lies our future? The Tehri Hydro Development Corporation rises to meet the nation's crying needs. There is no alternative. The dam is a necessity, not a luxury. The goals of the Tehri Hydro Development Corporation are entwined with those of Mother Goddess Ganga. Provider, nurturer, savior, she flows on, a life-giving force to cherish and use. Thus, the Tehri Hydro Development Corporation shapes India's destiny by empowering her tomorrows. The future beckons.